And then we'll start our throat chakra class this morning laying down with a blanket nearby and a yoga strap. So I do have 2 blocks here, and these are super optional that we'll use towards the end of our class. So keep them by if you have them. If not, a blanket will suffice. Don't stress at all. So with the blanket and the strap somewhere within arm's reach, making your way down into your seat. Our throat chakra is the 5th of our 7 chakras, and it's located exactly where you might think it is. In that space between the clavicle bones, and you might take your fingertips for some sensory feedback and explore that area. There's this little dip there. And then the tissue, if you move up from the dip towards the chin, right? The tissue becomes very soft and pliable. You might notice if you press that your vocal cords are affected here. You might notice that your breath changes because your lungs, right? Your trachea is here. So we just take a moment to explore with our fingertips, feeling this throat chakra space. And then with eyes closed or gaze growing fuzzy off into the distance, bring your breath into the throat. So with each deep breath in through the nose or mouth, invite it to fill this throat space. Feel it expand and widen with each breath in. And then as you exhale, feel the throat soften and relax. Your jaw and tongue relax as this throat finds softness. The color of the throat chakra is blue, blue like the sky. And as you breathe space into this throat center, you might imagine it open like the sky, vast, wide, seemingly infinite, taking up all the space that it needs to. The throat still expanding and stretching with each inhale, softening and releasing with each exhale. Continue this at the pace of your own breath. Our throat chakra is associated with many things. The really clear thing that it is associated with, though, is owning your worthiness. And what does this mean? When we acknowledge how worthy we are, our throat chakra automatically softens and opens because we are moving from a place of worthiness. What does this mean? We've been taught in westernized culture, right, in colonized cultures, that worthiness is earned, that it's based off of what you do or do not do, and that you can lose it or gain it at other people's will. And the truth is that that's simply untrue. Worthiness is your birthright. It belongs to each of us. We are whole as we are, right? And it's simply our own lack of belief that causes us to not own our worthiness, right? And so, for instance, when we move from a place of unworthiness, right, or not owning our unworthiness, maybe we struggle with truth telling, like me, if you read the newsletter I sent out. Maybe you struggle to speak up at all, right? Maybe there are so many things you want to say, but you're too scared to. And all of this, right, the blockage of your throat chakra is so deeply tied to knowing that you are incredibly worthy, right? Worthy to own the truth, worthy to make mistakes and say it out loud, worthy to ask for what you need, worthy to disagree and be respected. And so as you breathe space into the throat, wherever you are, that blue, bright, expansive light is your own worthiness. And it's not growing, you're simply unsurfacing it, right? You're shining it up. It's always been there. So this morning, as you move, as you breathe, know that you are so worthy. You're worthy of advocating for your body. You're worthy of choosing what feels good or right over what is expected. You are worthy to meet yourself in this place as you are. So, with our focus this morning deep in the throat chakra, let's find a little movement. You might rest the hand down. You might keep it here for that sensory feedback. We're simply going to start a gentle rock from side to side. And we're really pressing the back of the head into the earth as we do this. And you might feel the neck, the throat center engage. And we roll the head from side to side. So pressing down into the earth. As we roll, the jaw remains soft. And then as your face rocks towards the left, hold that left ear pressing down towards the earth. Your goal here is to simply explore your range of motion. So how far does the head turn? And all we're doing is just imagining we're looking behind that left shoulder. You might have the eyes open or closed. Exploring comfort, right? We're not here for sharpness or pain. You might be here looking for some intensity, right? Really exploring maybe some end ranges if it feels good, but nothing painful. Continue to soften and melt. Take a few deep breaths into the throat. Invite expansion and then exhale into softness. And then one more time, turning the head, looking behind that shoulder a little further if the neck says yes. And then while you gently hold this, relax through the shoulders one more time. Relax through the heart, the tongue. And then begin to slowly unravel the head skyward. From here, switching sides, rolling that right ear down towards the earth. Ooh, and you might just notice sensation that arises. You might notice your range of motion is more or less than the other side immediately. Now, you'll be tempted to judge yourself here because you're human likely. Don't let yourself. Take a moment to deep breathe neutrality, right? It's just information. And if you want to take that neutrality a step further, it really is caring information. It's kind and loving information that our body is giving us. When you're ready, check in with your range of motion. Do you want to turn the head a little further? Find the spot that feels right. And then again, soften the shoulders. Soften that space at the heart center. Relax up into the throat. Feel the muscles give way. Relax into your jaw, your nose, your forehead. One more time, exploring, seeing if your range of motion Has anything else for you? No judgment, right? And then unravel when you're ready. Beautiful. From here, slide that left ear towards that left shoulder. Feel the right side of the neck lengthen. And then take those right fingertips. You're just going to reach down towards the heels of your feet. And again, looking for that vagal stretch, but also deeply engaging the muscles along the side of the right side of the throat, excuse me, that right shoulder. You can sweep that left arm up and overhead, gently coaxing that left ear a little closer towards that left shoulder, gently inviting a little more length into the right side of the neck if it feels good. Beautiful. From here, you might even take that right foot, extend it out. We're going to press through the heel of the foot, flex the toes towards the heart. And then resting that heel on the earth, we're just lengthening through the right side of the body. You can hang out like this, or you might bring what's happening into the neck, into the whole trunk of the body. So now we're going to slide that left ear down towards that left hip. And I'm letting my shoulders and my head shimmy as well. So we're really making this big right-sided stretch to the body, and we're kind of taking it at the space and pace that we'd like. Still pressing length into those fingertips, pressing them down towards that right heel as you press through the heel of that right foot. Flex the toes back up towards the heart. A lot of little things going on. Can you breathe space into the right side of the neck, the right side of the rib cage? Can you breathe space into your right hip? And then let it go, unravel, find your way back into your neutral laying posture. Bend that right knee once more. And then we take it nice and slow. We're slowly going to slide that right ear towards that right shoulder. Gaze remains skyward, right? Or eyes closed, you choose. Stretch those left fingertips, lengthening that left arm down towards the heel of that left foot. Beautiful. And then maybe we lengthen that whole left leg out, right? Press through the heel. Find the stretch through that left side of the neck. Explore up into the left side of the body. Now you decide, do you want to take that right hand and bring it as an assist? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you want to shimmy the head, neck, and shoulders on over towards the right. Finding almost a side crunch on the right side. Lengthening through the whole left side, reaching those fingertips down towards the heel of that left foot. And then breathe space. When you're ready, relax all of your effort. Bend that left knee back in. Slowly slide back up to neutral. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take our strap. Oop, mine's here somewhere. Maybe you use a strap, maybe you don't use a strap. Either way, we're going to love on the hips. We're going to loosen up some things down here so that we can continue to bring length and space up into the front of our body and the throat and chest. The body is connected, right? Not only through our muscles and our bones, but also the fascia that covers all parts of us. So press that right foot down into the earth. You might draw that left knee in towards the chest with or without a strap. Take a moment and just pull it in. Feel the low back lengthen on that left side. And then you might take a gentle sway left and right if it feels good. And then when you're ready, you might simply lengthen that left foot skyward. Now again, a strap is a beautiful tool here. Wrapping it around the ball of the foot, it can really add a layer of awareness and engagement. So again, with or without the strap, take a moment and point and flex. This is wonderful if you can't sleep at night, right? You've got some anxiety. A really exaggerated point, as pointy as you can get. Go ahead and try it. Almost like you're just pressing through your toes, lengthening them up towards that blue sky, right? The color of your throat chakra. And then when you're ready, right, and that toes dipped into the blueness of the sky, pull the toes back towards your throat. Send all that blue sky energy, that opening up into the throat, right? Beautiful. And as you flex the toes towards the throat center or the heart center, really exaggerated pressing through the heel, right? Now the heel of your foot wants to press towards the sky. And then can you really acknowledge maybe the lengthening sensation along the back of the leg, maybe up into the back body, who knows? So, and then find your flow, this big exaggerated pointing and flexing. And as you do this, you're going to imagine, you're going to follow this left leg all the way down towards the earth. And imagine that we're anchoring this left hip bone directly down into the earth. It can't lift, it can't roll. You are a strong anchor, right? Once you're anchored down through that left hip, you're going to take this left foot and slowly cross it over towards the right side of your body. Now, a few things are going to happen here. You're going to be tempted with this right knee to let it fall open. Don't do it. If anything, squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep that right knee pointed skyward. The other thing that wants to happen is your left hip that you rooted down, that you grounded down, is going to want to lift. Really press it down as you stretch that left foot over to the right, and then pause. The moment that you can go no further, the moment that your hip really wants to lift, pause and feel. Right? We're getting into the outer hip. We're getting in deep to that SI joint. The more we squeeze our inner thighs together, the deeper we get. Hold this for as long as you like. You might also start bending this left knee and inviting it up towards that right armpit. This is where a strap comes in really handy. You might also simply take that right hand and invite that knee up towards that right armpit. So it's going to cross across the body-ish, right? And we're just noticing how the stretch changes. Maybe you enjoy this knee bent. Maybe you enjoy the stretch lengthened. Notice how it shifts and transforms. We're just here to explore our body, to learn to advocate for our needs through neutral exploration, knowing that we are so worthy of this work, that there is no answer that our body can give us that detracts from our worthiness. Every time our body says no, every time it says ouch or not right now, it's beautiful information, right? That's connection, that's relationship building, that's you brushing off a little bit more of your worthiness and saying, oh yeah, you always been there. Right? When you're ready, release that foot back skyward. And then we're going to open up that left leg real wide. Again, you might simply take your 2 peace sign fingers and grab that big toe if it feels nice. But again, a strap is my favorite yoga tool for the hips. And again, keep those hips planted in the earth, softening through that inner left thigh just as much as the body says yes. When you're ready, Lift that left leg skyward. You might switch hands with that strap. And this time we're going to unbolt that left hip, right? We're going to release those roots and slowly invite that left foot on over towards the right. A big old twist. Now, you might keep your hands down by your sides or on your rib cage. You might take that left arm and tee it out wide, right? Palms skyward, really just opening up. So much of releasing our chakras is all about opening them. And our chakras aren't like boxes that they need to have the lids opened of. They're more like wheels, right? And I imagine our chakra system like a big river that flows from the roots. We pull this energetic river up through the body, out through the top of the head. And when our chakra gets blocked, right, these wheels that turn in the water and help pull the water through, right, generate energy for the rest of the body, however you might see it. When those wheels get stuck, when they get gunky and gummed up through fear, not owning our own worthiness or being able to see it, things like that, then the water gets backed up, right? The energy, the river of life gets backed up, gets stuck within us. When you're ready, roll skyward. I don't want to talk too long. Let's switch sides. Lengthen that right foot out. Point and flex. Discover the end range of your range of motion here. Big exaggerated movement. So our job with things like our chakras is to open them up to get the energy flowing through us again, right? So signs of a closed or stuck throat chakra, right? That wheel has stopped turning. So this energetic backup happens right here, right? In our energy bodies, sometimes in our physical bodies, right? What happens is that we struggle to speak up, right? Or we speak up too much, or you know what I mean? A lot of different things can happen, but it's indicative of an imbalance, right? So we work to bring our mind's awareness to this physical area of our body. And then we also work to honor what the throat represents, right? Sound, our ability to ask for our needs to be met and communicate. So we're going to take time to just bring attention to this place in our body and begin to invite healing just through our simple awareness and attention. All right, when you're ready, anchor that right hip down. Squeeze those inner thighs together, and then you're going to invite that left foot on, or that right foot on over towards the left. Whew. As far as you want to go, right? Again, keeping that right hip anchored down into the earth. That left knee still pointed skyward. Whew. And then maybe you bend that right knee up towards that left armpit. Maybe not, right? This really stretches and gets into different areas in that hip socket, in that low right back. Maybe you feel it in other places. There's no wrong answer, right? Just get curious and explore. Maybe you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but it feels good. Beautiful. Become the captain of your own ship. When you're ready, release. Open that right leg out towards the right. In this moment, as you soften that right inner thigh, you can actually let this left inner thigh soften as well. That left knee opens out towards the left. Take your time here. A beautiful exercise is allowing your mind's awareness to travel down into the area of your body that feels the most physically intense right now. And simply feel that intensity. And then breathe space into it. So on your next inhale, just like you sent your breath to your throat at the beginning of practice, send your breath to that area of intensity. Let your inhale create space And then as you exhale, let it bring softness and release to that intensity. When you're ready, slowly rotate that right foot skyward and then switching sides for our big twist. So that right foot on over towards the left. And then check in with that right arm. Where do you want it? Whew. You might even get nice and juicy up into that throat by lifting the head, turning your eyes, your gaze in the same direction as that outstretched right arm. Whew. Big twists. Our chakras are so deeply connected. The body is connected from your roots, right, to the tip of your head. We're going to honor that today. When you're ready, unravel. Woo, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we are going to roll up onto our sides for just a moment and grab our blanket. And we're going to do a bit of heart opening. And here is an opportunity. Now, you can choose to sit up. You cannot. If you have a yoga blanket or a bolster like pillow that is round or tube like, you might just grab that. But I'm taking my yoga blanket, I'm rolling it up into a tube, and then I'm going to place it underneath where I think my heart center is. And then find my way back onto it. And here's the deal. This blanket is going to sit just beneath the shoulder blades. And then as you lay back down onto it, you can stretch the arms out wide. The arms should be above the roll. The shoulders should be relaxing towards the earth. And you might feel your heart nice and open here. We're going to keep the knees bent to honor the low back. But you might experiment with extending them out long to further stretch through the body. And then because our focus is our throat chakra, what we're going to do is instead of resting the back of our head against the earth, we're going to look back behind us and rest the top of our head against the earth. And your goal here is almost like you're stretching your chin back towards the wall behind you. And maybe a real big stretch feels good. And maybe it's just a wee baby stretch that feels good. There is no merit for big or little in this practice. The beauty is in meeting yourself where the body would like to be in this moment. Here, we let the throat soften and open. With each breath in, we invite that blue, radiant energy to fill that throat center. And what you might notice is as you breathe into your throat space, the heart feels open as well. The heart and the throat are so deeply connected. Right? Our worthiness is so deeply rooted in knowing, right, that we are all worthy. The message of our heart center, we are love. At our deepest, deepest core, that is what you are, that is what I am. Everything else is just the human stuff that gets attached along the way in our journey for us to learn from. Right? Our whole goal in life is to simply own what we are and move from that place. And my friend, you are love. And when your heart knows it, the throat opens to your worthiness and says, yeah, I can speak up for what's right. Yeah, I can ask for help. Yeah, I can tell the truth, not just my version. because I'm worthy, because I'm whole, because I am loved and I am love. And it goes so far beyond what anyone else thinks of me. When you're ready, this is a big heart opener. You might slowly tuck the chin in towards the heart center while keeping the back of the head against the earth, right? So a gentle tuck towards the heart center. You're only going to get so far. And then once you're ready, if it feels right, you might lift the head and continue to tuck it in towards the chin. Continue to roll up and off this tube. Beautiful. Slide it out. Wonderful. We're going to slowly roll onto our bellies. So taking your time, the stomach, beautiful posture to explore throat, heart in. And some of that ground. Now you stretch out, rest the heart center, and feel the earth just cradle you. Maybe you're in bed, maybe you're on the floor, maybe you're 20 stories up, maybe you're doing this in your private jet or at the top of a mountain alone. Doesn't matter. Feel yourself, your body cradled by the energy of the earth, the heart pressing down. You might even rest the chin, letting the throat relax here. Right? This energy down is one beautiful way that we open, release, love on, soften that throat chakra. Another beautiful way is as the front body is rooted down, the heart and the chin rise. So you might slide your hands, keeping the elbows tucked in towards the side body. And then without putting any effort in the hands at all, on an inhale, I want you to lift through the top of the head. Feel the heart begin to rise as well. Now your goal here might be pressing the pelvis down into the earth to continue to get a little lift. Notice how the hands aren't really necessary here. And then with those elbows tucked in towards your side body, can you also squeeze your shoulder blades together like you're trying to pinch a pencil back there, really feeling the heart open. And then from here, press the chin towards the wall in front of you. Feel the length in the throat. Notice how it feels to now breathe space here. You can hang out just like this. This is a version of cobra. And you think about the animal, the cobra, right? It's small, but it's powerful, right? It's small on the ground. From a distance, it might look innocuous. And then the moment that it's threatened, it rises up. It seizes its power, right? The throat is open, and you're going to listen to that. And so you might see yourself as a cobra, if that is empowering, rising up, being unafraid to stand up for what is right, for what is needed. You can continue just like this, knowing that you are building a beautiful amount of back strength here while opening up the front body. Or we can add some more intensity to it as you continue to lift through the head and the heart, as you continue to press that chin forward. You might now press the palms into the earth, begin to lengthen through the arms. But listen, the chin leads, right? We don't want to lift so high that we can't continue to press length through the top of the head. Press that chin forward. You might hang out just like this in cobra, or you might come into upward facing dog. Upward facing dog, we play with pressing the tops of the feet in towards the earth. Right? You might do that now. Press the tops of the feet in towards the earth. Feel the legs engage. This might be where you hang out. Or you might begin to press the tops of the feet into the earth. Feel the pelvis begin to lift. right? We're still lifting through the heart, lifting through the chin, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then slowly lower down onto the mat from whichever version you're in. Whatever feels good, release, lower, shake it out. We can even curl our toes on the mat, press through the heels, do a little bounce, just a tiny counter stretch to what we've been going through. And then again, find where you want to be, but take it nice and slow. On a deep breath in, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift through the heart, stretch the throat center open. Decide, are you going to continue on your next breath in to rise into cobra? Maybe you play on your next breath in with upward dog, maybe not. Right? Really, you get to decide what you want. If you're looking to build heat this morning, if you're looking to release intensity, you might meet yourself with intensity. In upward dog, pressing length through the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, lower. As you lower, keep the elbows tucked in towards the side body, heart melts, chin lowers, and then maybe you curl the toes, bounce through the heels. Take a moment. We're going to do this twice more. Yes, we're going slow. Yes, we're bringing deep awareness. Yes, this is powerful. On your next breath in, lift through the head and the heart, right? As you hang out here, on your next breath in, decide, do you want to lift into some version of your cobra, right? On your next breath in, decide, does upward dog feel good to you? My body says no. I'm going to listen to it and be like, you're so smart. And then when you're ready, keeping the elbows tucked in, lower the heart, soften the throat. Let's stretch through the body. Beautiful. Roll it out. Wonderful. Coming back once more in, hands planted beneath the shoulders. We're going to bring this right knee wrist. So you might take this left arm, sweep it out for atop of you, however this looks to you. And then turn it palm up, right? And then you're going to take this left hand and slowly slide it on over towards the right, just like that. From here, sweep the opposite hand skyward. So we're taking a big twist, and the first thing that we're going to twist from is the heart center. We're going to turn the heart towards the sky as we reach the arms. And then if we want to continue to explore this stretch, press through that inner right ankle, lengthen that leg out, keep reaching that hand back behind you. Find this big old twist. Now, the head might be floating here, right? And you're not really sure what to do with it. Maybe you relax it down towards the earth. Maybe you turn and look back towards those outstretched fingers, right? Feel what's happening, not just in through the spine, but up specifically into the throat and the neck. Maybe heat is building, effort is building. Maybe you got a big old twist up in there. We just notice. And then roll back onto the belly, switch sides. Right arm reaches. Flip it palm up, slide in it. You left inner ankle, twist me first through the pelvis. Right? Let it relax the butt cheeks, the hips, the thighs, and really focus on the biggest bear hug. So really reaching those arms open because you want your heart to just smash with theirs, right? That's what you're doing here. And then when you're ready, press that inner left ankle, lengthen the leg out. Whoo, those arms stretch all the way open. You're just about to embrace them. It's you as a kid. Take a moment, wrap your energetic arms around that sweet child and own how worthy they are. Take a moment, if it feels nice, only if it feels nice, and look at that child made of love, doing the best that they can in the mess that they're in, getting it right, getting it wrong, so perfect in all of their imperfections, so unquestionably worthy. When you're ready, roll back onto the belly. Let the heart center connect with the earth. You might take a few more moments with that sweet child and embrace them with that energy. Wrap your arms around them. If it feels good, you might wrap your arms around your own shoulders and heart center, knowing that you are one and the same, and your worthiness has not gone anywhere. It is all yours. Beautiful. From here, an opportunity to slowly move towards seated, right? We're going to end our class unusual in a seat. Know that the seat's not required. If it feels good, hang out, hang on your belly, on your back, get cozy. There are a lot of things that you'll be able to do simply laying down. But we take a moment, find a cozy seat. For me, I'm going to choose Sukhasana, so easy pose, easy pose, sitting cross-legged. You'll notice I sit up on my blanket, make space for my thighs and belly. From your seated posture, let the shoulders and the jaw relax. Bring fingertips to your throat chakra, right? That little dip between the collarbones. And then one of the most powerful ways that we can begin healing and opening this energetic center, right? That we can begin working with our worthiness is by vibrating our vocal cords. So this morning, wherever you are, fingertips to throat chakra, we're going to do a little chanting. Very simple. We're going to chant Om. And Om is a Sanskrit word spelled O-M. And it is the sound of life, right? When life began, and not just life on earth, but when existence itself began, right? Whether it was the explosion of the universe or a creation by your deity or whatever your belief system is, in ancient yogic beliefs, Om, they believed that sound was the noise, the first noise ever created, made by creation, the creation of creation itself. And so it's very powerful. And when we chant Om in Western society, we often chant it like OM, like Om, Om. And we don't realize that while it's spelled OM, it's not pronounced Om, it's pronounced Om, like the word ox, O-X, ox. Think of right? And as we pronounce it, as we chant it together, you might even like imagine A-U-M as what is coming from our vocal cords. And I invite you also to notice how the fingertips, right? What sensations arise as we chant. So we'll take a big cleansing breath together when you're ready. Inhale into the body. And then as you exhale, inhale. Om. 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 Twice more. Om. Om. Can you feel the vibration? Know that you can choose any tone that you like, that you might find higher or lower pitches to really sit in this area. So find the tone that feels right for you and really utilize that chant. What's happening here on a neuroscientific um, scale is that we are deeply stimulating your vagal nerves. They all run past the vocal cords. And when you chant, right, when that vibration hits, you are stimulating all of your vagal nerves and you are deeply inviting yourself into a place of rest, digest, and heal. The mind calms, the body softens and becomes present. And it's very powerful. So it was practiced 10,000 years ago. It was documented 8,000 years ago. And we use it today in modern neuroscience and somatic therapy. So continue your chanting for as long as you like. But we're going to do some neck circles. So from your seat or wherever you are, we're going to imagine there's a pencil sticking out the top of the head. And we're just going to draw little circles in the ceiling. And we're going to let the circles get bigger and bigger at a pace that feels good for you. But I'm going to encourage slowness, right? Everything that we've done today is like molasses in the winter, slow. And a lot of that is because in the slowness comes the presence and awareness. And we really want to become present and aware with what's happening in our bodies. So as these circles grow larger and larger, you might feel the sensation around your neck grow more intense, the stretching, right? You might notice as the head rotates, the area of neck that's stretching changes and rotates as well. Just little things to drop into. Keeping the jaw and tongue soft. As you draw your next big circle, I want you to pause as the chin tucks towards the heart. So as the head hangs heavy, and just let the head hang heavy. Let the shoulders relax. Let the cervical spine lengthen there at the back of the neck. And then keeping the head hung heavy, slowly roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Whew. Notice how the stretch in the neck and the throat shifts. As my right ear reaches towards that right shoulder, I'm feeling length along the left side, all the way up into my jaw and ear. And then you're going to slowly lower your head back down towards the earth, just following this arc here that keeps the neck muscles stretched and lengthened. And then slowly make the ear, opposite ear, over towards the opposite shoulder. Pause. Relax the jaw and the shoulders again. Breathe deep into the belly. Right, stimulating even more vagal nerves here. And then slowly keeping the head heavy. Just make this big, slow half circle from side to side. And we're really just feeling the stretch travel through the back of the neck, the shoulders. Noticing how the back body feels. Really taking this at a pace that delights you. And then pause with the head hung heavy one last time. On an inhale of your choice, slowly uncurl vertebra by vertebra, bringing length into the neck. So much length that we're just imagining stretching the whole of the spine up towards the sky. Everything lengthens, but we're really feeling it from the collarbones up in to the chin. You might roll those shoulders back, opening up the heart center and the throat just a little more. And then on your next breath in, lift that chin skyward. Keep that effort. So we were before stretching the back of the neck. Now through this lifting chin up towards that blue chakra sky, we're stretching the front of the throat. This is a wonderful opportunity to breathe deep into the throat and feel it stretch. Sometimes you can feel the heart stretching as well. You might notice the vocal cords getting a good lengthen and stretch here. Maybe you can hear it in my voice. As you breathe in deep, sometimes we cough or tickle. Beautiful. That's fascia and muscles getting a stretch in that they don't normally. That's lung tissue accepting oxygen that it hasn't in that space in a while. These are stuck areas breaking wide open, and so we invite it in. And then keeping that chin stretching skyward, slowly roll that right ear towards your right shoulder. And again, the chin is reaching upwards. Right now, it might feel more like your left ear is reaching upwards. That's all right, as long as we're keeping the length in the throat. And then when you're ready, roll that chin back upright, and then slowly rock opposite ear towards the opposite shoulder. Hold, lengthen, stretch, reach up as the shoulders soften down. As you breathe deep into any clenched areas in the heart or the belly. And then if it feels right, begin a slow roll back and forth, taking breaks anytime your neck says so. It can be very laborious, right, to hold our neck upright. So take breaks, take moments. Take a breath or two and then slowly move back into it. You're going to think this is no big deal, but these are such huge stretches that affect not only the nerve bundles that run through the whole of our body, not only our muscles that run through the whole of our body, but our fascia that runs through the whole of our body. The work we do here in intention, in slow flow, in somatic awareness is so powerful. When you're ready, simply melt into a neutral posture. Relax, let go. Maybe you're laying down still. Maybe you're in a seat. Wherever you are, we'll end our practice by letting our eyes soften. If it feels right, you might let both fingertips or the fingertips of both hands travel back to the area of your throat chakra. Let your awareness travel into the throat. And for the last couple minutes of our practice, as your body softens and relaxes wherever it is, as it finds comfort, as it adjusts, right, to feel good. Really become aware of the breath pooling in the throat, stretching it open. You might imagine with each breath in that your radiant worthiness, this bright blue light, shines brighter and brighter. Your worthiness is really just an acknowledgement of what you are, which is love. When we acknowledge what's in our heart, our throat chakra can open. The truth becomes more easy. The words become more clear. So we continue to chant. We continue to breathe space. We continue to invite that bright blue light of our worthiness to shine forth, uncovering what we have always had. As you end your practice, as you roll up your mat, remember, carry with you your worthiness. Anytime you feel yourself unsure what to say, not wanting to hurt someone's feelings with the truth, or not wanting to own up and take accountability for what you've done, take a moment. Bring your fingertips back to this space and breathe that blue light of your worthiness. Own it, let it shine. And then when you're ready, speak. And know that the light in the dark in me sees the light and the dark in you. And we are the same. Thank you for honoring your throat chakra with me. In whichever ways you met your body today, they were enough. You are worthy. And your practice is beautiful. All right. That was so chill.